Hey guys, I'm back with another makeup tutorial, and it's going to be part of the another look that is going to be added to my Chocolate Bars palette series. And I actually did this look right here clearly because that's what I'm wearing. It's on these really kind of like olivey smoked out eye. Excuse my face close up. Hello. I don't want to get too close because my skin's a little dry right here. Because remember how I said I had boogies? Yeah, they're still there. Anyways, so I am doing a look based on that olive shade that's in the Too Faced palette. And at first, I mean, I really like olivey shades like this, but some people don't know how to wear it or pair it up. So I just pretty much did kind of like a smoky look. This is actually very daytime appropriate. I personally feel like it is. Clearly you don't have to do the dramatic lashes for the daytime, but I chose to do it, which I wish I didn't because they are super dramatic. But once the look came together, then I was like, it's alright. But I wouldn't do these lashes for the office. No way. You can also opt out for taking out the wing liner. I prefer the wing liner just because I've kind of been missing it. And I actually wanted to try out my new Tarte, where is it? Right here. The Tarte Amazonian clay pot in black, which I'm probably blinding you with its gold packaging. But I really wanted to try this out because it is amazing. I swatched it the other day because I was taking pictures of the new Tarte palette for the blog, and I swatched it and it dried matte and it stayed on forever, and I was interested to see how it worked in action, and I actually pretty like what? I actually like it a lot. So yeah guys, anyways, this is pretty much the look. If you guys are interested to see how to achieve it, then just go ahead and keep on watching.
I'm going to be starting off by priming our eyes with the Tarte 360 Clean Slate Creaseless Eyeshadow Primer. That's a long one. And from the palette, we are taking the matte white shadow called White Chocolate, which is actually a off-white, kind of like a cream shadow. Next, with a fluffy, domed brush, I am barely applying any pressure, but I picked up the shade Milk Chocolate. Milk Chocolate is going to be placed into our crease as our transition shade. And I know it looks like I'm really pressing hard, but to be honest, I'm really not at all. I really just went in and blended that out. My baby made an appearance. There she is. It was time for her bedtime, but Missy didn't want to go to sleep. So next I am taking the Givenchy Ombre Couture 16-hour hold waterproof cream shadow in the number 6 Kaki Brocart. Brocart? Something like that. Take whatever khaki base or army green shade that you guys have. You don't necessarily need to apply a base, but I find that it just brought out the shadow a lot more. Next, this clip is going to take a little bit of time because I really wanted you guys to get the vision of how I place this eyeshadow. So first of all, because this shadow is really soft and buttery and very pigmented, it does contain a lot of fallout because it does also contain shimmer. So the shade I'm talking about is called Gilded Ganache, and I took that on a soft shadow brush that's stiff, not too stiff but dense enough to hold on to shadows. And you guys can see I've been patting the eyeshadow on, and then once I felt like it was built to the proper intensity that I preferred, I went and started really like carving out my lid, but not in the almond shape. I kept trying to carve it out more in a circular motion so that I can round out my lid. I wanted the look to look more rounded out because that's kind of like what I've been into lately. You don't have to follow your eye shape, but that's what I wanted to create with this look. Then I just wiped off any excess shadow that fell onto my face with a soft brush. Next, I took Semi Sweet from the palette, which is a deeper version of the milk chocolate, and also it contains a reddish hint to it. And I placed that right into the outer corner just to add a little bit more depth. I didn't want it to be like too smoked out, but I did want it to have a little bit more depth to really make that rounded shape a little bit more precise. And I'm barely applying any product, guys. I know it looks like I'm applying a lot of pressure again, but I really took my time lightly and really brought that into the inner corner to really cut in there as well. Going back with the number 10 brush that I had placed with the milk chocolate shade with no additional product, I went back in and blended that out. And then after that, I took the shade Salted Caramel, which I just cannot stop using. I am showing you guys that I barely had any product on the tip of my brush, but I went back in and just blended everything together just to make it a little bit more seamless and just to make it more cleaned up and give it a nicer appearance. And again, barely placing any pressure, just lots of blending and light motions and circular motions. Taking the new Tarte Cosmetics Clay Pot Eyeliner in the shade Black, as you guys can see. I wanted to create a winged liner with this. Again, like I said in the beginning, you ladies don't have to do a wing liner, especially for like the daytime or anything like that. But I just wanted it because I've been missing a wing liner and I feel like it ties the look together a lot more nicely. After that, I placed these 118 lashes by Kara Lashes, and I wish I didn't do the lashes. I'm telling you, when I first did, I was like, oh my gosh, this looks crazy dramatic. But at midnight, you really don't care. You're just trying to, you know, get it done. You don't have to necessarily use lashes. You can use your own lashes, or you can use a daytime appropriate lash. I just had these and I fell in love with it anyway, and I don't know, had to be dramatic. After that, I placed a brown liner into my waterline and I smudged that out with the shade Semi Sweet again. That is the same shade that I had used to deepen up the outer V and the crease. So that's all that I did. After that, with a pencil brush, I took the shade Salted Caramel to also blend out not only that liner, but also the Semi Sweet transitional shade. Lies. That was supposed to be to make it transition seamlessly. What the heck? Next, I took a mixture of Creme Brulee and Marzipan, that I can never say, and I placed that right into my inner corner just for a little bit of light, nothing too big. And again, I went back in with my powder brush and wiped out any excess powder. And because I did set everything, and after adding, you know, deeper shadows, I went back with my Anastasia contour kit just to add a little bit of brightness under my eyes. This is the shade Banana. You guys know I absolutely love it. For blush, I took this nice neutral pink slash peach slash, it's just a beautiful color, guys. This is the new Tarte blush in Celebrated, and I placed that onto my cheeks. At first I thought it was a matte blush, but once I applied it to my cheeks, it actually came off a little bit of like a nice sheen, and I loved it. It was more on the matte side, but it did give a little sheen, and it looked so pretty. After that, I am taking my Guerlain Meteorites powder again, and I'm just taking that with the same powder brush, and I'm just blending everything together seamlessly and giving my face a nice soft focus finish. And then once we did that, for my bottom lashes, we added some mascara. Of course, you guys know I like to do this last. That's all that it is. Make sure you add lashes to the bottom, or mascara to the bottom, when you guys do darker looks like this. At first, I opted in for the Agatha lipstick by Kat Von D. And I thought it was going to tie the look together, but then you'll see my face, and I'm like, no. It was just a little bit too nude for the, yeah. It was a little too nude, so I kept it on, but then I went back to my trusty old YSL lipstick in the shade 10, which it does have a name, but you know on the package it doesn't have it. It's like beige something. So this nude was more on the beigey pink side, and I felt like it tied the look completely together because it really brought out the pink in the blush. Yeah, you guys can tell I was digging this one. After that, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do some highlighting because I loved how the blush looked by itself. But you guys know I have to go the extra mile. I took the Dim Infusion or Dim Lighting Powder by Hourglass, and this is a lot more softer of a highlight as opposed to like the ethereal light. And I just place that everywhere that I just want the light to capture and make my skin look super soft. Hold up. After that, we are setting our makeup, and I am using the L'Oreal Infallible setting spray, which was my first time using it, but girl, there was some weird tastes going on. I have no idea what was going on. Anyways, so that completes the finished look, ladies and gentlemen. Here are some awkward poses as I gaze into the camera. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below what kind of looks you guys are kind of looking for this year. I do have a bunch in mind, but if you tried this specific look out, make sure to tag me on Twitter and Instagram at HelloJessenia, and also my Facebook. I thank you guys so much for your support, and I shall talk to you all later.